welcome back to the 10k Ftmo challenge. I call this easy too. Now we're down over 5% on the account, so the account sits at like $9,470. Right, that's how we started last week, which is our first trading week in May. On Tuesday, which is recorded on the calendar, we made $54. However, this trade was taken on Monday, but we ended up closing it on Tuesday. Let's get into. Let's go into the journal. Okay, so this is. I don't like the fact that we can change the time frame here, but as you can see, we entered here, entered here. This is lowest price went into drawdown. After price, I don't know, price reached about here, somewhere was around here. That's when I traded my stop loss to break even, and that's why my stop loss is recorded here, because right before we hit TP, I traded my stop loss. So the stop loss got recorded where the trade closed. So yeah, that's the trade. Market continued to rise. Could have held it, but still grateful for the going. Okay, so this is basically a journal. As you can see, our entry signal. Using the GT strategy, I entered 25% into the entry zone and targeted distribution high. My initial target was about 1 to 4, I think, but then I changed it to 1 to 2. As my comment reads, it says my goal is to make at least $50 per trade, and that was met when I targeted the 1 to 2. Plus, I was in the trade for too long. So our target was here, but we ended up closing here. Simply because we were in the trade for 22 hours, and that's how our price was gonna reach it before it continued going up. So I just closed the trade early, as you can see here. I drew up an order back here, which I was looking to get a second entry from, but I didn't take it. Okay, so this was our second entry. As you can see, our second setup did play out on GU. It went further than that. But yeah, this is basically our first trade. I don't know if I even explained that well, but yeah, that's basically our first trade, our first win back on the challenge. This is our second win. We took Tuesday night, recorded as Wednesday. It's a beautiful gold trade. We also missed a wonderful setup on UJ. As you can see, price went down a tad bit into drawdown and then just started pushing, went straight to a TP. This is on the 1 minute time frame, so once it started pushing, you see how fast it went. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 minutes it took to push to our TP after consolidating a bit. And yeah, it was just a wonderful trade. Probably the fastest trade we've seen this trading this strategy, GD strategy again. 25% in the entry zone, targeted distribution high. My comment is good. Thank you, Jesus. I wasn't too sure about this trade. To be honest, I was overthinking it, so I lowered my risk. But the target was still met. However, if I had stuck to my initial risk, which was $25, I could have made at least $20. But I'm very much grateful for this win. I don't know what is happening here. I don't know what is happening here. Really, I don't know what is that, and I don't know what is this. I guess I was typing in code. So this was our setup. As you can see, I'm not gonna zoom in. That's just a lot of work. So that was our setup. This is how the trade closed. This is how the trade played out. And guys, dude. So that trade is right here. Price didn't stop rising, guys. Price did not stop rising. This is a trade right here. This is a trade. Price did not stop rising. That's the trade right there. Price did not stop rising, man, until here. And we're currently in this trade, as you can see. Our initial setup was this long, but I don't know. On the 5 minute, I saw your price technically created a market structure. Shift here, broke structure. I don't know. I think it's a good setup. Seeing that it has to come down here for us to get our initial setup, I just took a short. We're currently in this trade. Yeah, I think I strayed a bit from. No, I didn't really stray. Like, so yeah, this was the trade ended. That's basically our setup. I guess I could zoom in a bit. So that's the setup, that's the trade. And yeah, that's our second win that was recorded that week. And then we took 2 trades on Thursday, 2 losses on UJ. Yeah, so this is the first GU trade. I didn't show the duration for the first 2 months. We stayed in this trade for 8 minutes. Like we were risking like $25 or $26, but because of the lot size, yeah, commission. And yes, this was the entry. This was the setup, as you can see, and it just went straight to our stop loss. Failed entry, to be honest. Failed trade. Second trade, pretty similar. We're not getting on a profit, brother. Second trade is pretty similar, as you can see. But we're not getting no profit. What an L trade that was. Price just went straight to our stop loss. I'm gonna be honest. I was trading against the trend, and I realized that afterwards. Really, not really afterwards, but it's more like I was looking for buys. But then when I dropped down to the lower frame, I started seeing these bearish setups. So I don't know. I just went for the setups that I saw, and this was so beautiful, bro. It's an order block. What a beautiful distribution, as you can see. I really thought this one was gonna play out, honestly, but it just didn't, and we ended suffering another loss, as you guys may know. Took a second trade, but I was just wrong about the market direction, really. I was. The trade that I should have taken was this. This was the trade that I should have taken. I should have went long instead of trying to go short. Right? This was the setup that I should have taken, literally. Why? It's quite simple. Oh, I missed this trade as well, but yeah, that's just how it goes. Why I should have went long? It's simple. As you can see, price spikes down, retrace, fill the entire gap. Spikes down, retrace, spikes down, retrace, spikes down. So we should have just looked for that retracement, that buy, you know. That was my initial, as I said, that was what I was looking for. But when I went down to the lower time frame, I saw a bearish setup, so I just took them. Yeah, this was the position that we should have taken, but that's just how it goes. And this was a setup that I was looking on, but I wasn't really interested. As you can see, there's not much on the chart, but it ended in a loss. That's basically how our first week of trading went. And now we're currently in a trade. We were running in profit, but now we're down $6. And yeah, we're risking $19 on this trade. We closed last week with $47 in profit, not bad. I have a new goal now, a new way of trading. I'm looking to make at least $50 a day, at least $50 per trade. Well, really, at least $50 a day. I believe if I can achieve that, I'll be able to make at least those dollars a month. And that would be good for me, you know, my psychology and all, really. So I'm risking like $25 max. Like $25 max per trade. The reason why I don't know if I explained this, but the UJ trade that I took that went down, that ended in at $29. I was really risking like $25 on one, $26 on the other, but because of my high lot size, I ended up losing that much. But yeah, we're currently in this gold trade, and let's see how it plays out. And that's how it's looking right now.